Good morning, happy Monday. A lot of happy Saints fans out there this morning, I'm sure. Just a couple reminders of some upcoming events. This week, Heather's doing the second part of the two-part SWAT series. So for those of you involved in SWAT, don't forget it is Tuesday in Albany at 9 o'clock, and then over in Corvallis at 2:30, and then on Thursday in Eugene at 10 o'clock. And again, that's for SWAT sellers wanting another touch. That kind of finishes this round. And then in about another quarter or so, we'll be doing those again. So they're a great opportunity if you've got some listings that are having a hard time selling. Not that there's any of those right now. SWAT's a great thing to be involved in. On the business front, a couple reminders I want to give everybody. We've got now on the 24/7 site, which is integrityagents.com. Is that right?
Integrity Agents Online.
IntegrityAgentsOnline.com. Thank God. As you know, you should remember that. IntegrityAgentsOnline.com. We now have all of the CASA information. So there's a new CASA tab up at the top. And when you go to CASA information, you'll get all the information. It's got our logos on there, the calendar of events, a link to the CASA website, a pledge form if you haven't filled out a pledge form, marketing flyers for CASA, what we're doing for CASA that you can put in your listing books, your presentation books. Although now the company provided listing presentation books, buyer presentation books have the CASA stuff in them, but there's a full CASA section on there. Speaking of CASA, on Friday night, went to the Lane County Casino night for CASA. Precision Funding, one of our companies, was a major sponsor for that. We picked a great organization. They did such a nice job, and they had a young lady who was greatly poised from the University of Oregon, getting ready to graduate, that had gone through the CASA program as a abused child years and years ago, and they had the gal that helped her, that mentored her, and it's just a great program, and you can see firsthand how our contributions, whether that's money, clothes for the clothes closet, which we'll be getting set up here in the next month, different things. It's a great cause, so thanks for everybody chipping in for that. I'm very, very pleased after going to one of their events how that's going to work. That was the Lane County event. There's the Ask Luncheon up in Lynn County that's coming up in April. Benton County, we've got the Fun Fair that's coming up later this month, so you'll get information on that. So again, the contributions that you make stay in the local county you're in, and we're already starting to make a difference, and the people at CASA have been wonderful about working with us. I felt so good leaving there Friday night. I thought this was the right move, so I'm real pleased, and thank everyone for their support. Also on the 24/7 website at integrityagentsonline.com is the help information. If you go to resources, there's all the information for the help program. That's the job loss protection program. Again, logos, flyers, sign-up forms, the gentleman's name that you need to contact if you have technical questions. So the 24/7 site, once again, all the cost information, all the help information, it's all in one place. Birthdays this week. We've got on February 12th, in addition to Abraham Lincoln, which I knew you all knew, Brenda Kelly here in the Eugene office, and Tinsa in Albany is having a birthday on the 12th. Then moving on to the 14th,
Excuse
Pam
me,
Rogers.
Kevin's birthday on the 12th
and
as
my
well.
birthday's on the 12th as well with Abe Lincoln. Pam Rogers is on the 14th on a Valentine's Day, as is Heather White, the camera operator back there. So happy birthday, everybody. Wika's been here 2 years in the Eugene office this week. And Colin and Kim Swinson and Colin Call have been there 8 years. In fact, I looked at that this morning and I thought, my God, I can't believe it's been that long. So thank you, everybody, for sticking around with me all that time. I appreciate that. Talking point of the week, I just got my calendar out, and I know everybody's sick of hearing about the first-time home buyer program, but I'm still amazed how many people don't know about it and what it is when I run into people. 80 days left today, so we're moving inside of 80 days tomorrow for that tax credit. Remember, you have to have a pending by April 30th and then get it closed up by the end of June. Speaking of short sales, which I really wasn't speaking of, but how was that for a smooth transition? Gee, I ought to be in radio. Short sales, keep in mind when you have a short sale and the buyer and seller have agreed on a price, even though it's subject to the lender's approval, obviously, that is a pending transaction as far as the state of Oregon is concerned, so it needs to be turned into the office so a principal broker can initial it. We treat it as a pending in our internal system. What you do in MLS is up to you as long as you're within the rules of MLS. So again, if you have a buyer and seller signature, you have a full pending sale, even though it's subject to third-party approval by the lender. Turn it into the office. We don't report them pending. You do, so you can decide if it's getting reported pending to MLS, but that way we stay compliant with the state. What I learned this week, I read an article that just blew my mind away. Facebook has 350 million users. There's 300 million people in the United States, by the way, so more users in the United States itself. Obviously, it's an international platform. Half of those users, of the 350 million users, half log in every day to Facebook. And I've kind of gotten active in Facebook, but I don't log in every day. And of those, 175 million that log in every day, half of those do it from a mobile device, like an iPhone, a smartphone, or whatever, not at a traditional old computer, those old computers that weren't around 10 years ago. In the last 12 months, this is the part that blew me away. In the last 12 months, Facebook has become more popular than email for sending messages to one another. Facebook does more message sending than email. That blows my mind away. Tie that back to the first-time homebuyer credit. I'm friends with a lot of you on Facebook, and some of you do a great job telling a story about, periodically, not every day, about, oh, I just gave these people their keys and they're first-time homebuyers and they're so cute and they're going to repaint the house. That's the power of Facebook. Not to go on there and say, look at my listing and I'm selling so much real estate, but weave those conversations in. A lot of you who I'm friends with, I read about your personal life and stuff, which is great, and that's what Facebook's for. But don't be afraid to throw a little bit of a story in there, or a comment. I'm going to show a house. I just got a new listing. I'm amazed how many of our agents will put on there, I just got back from a listing appointment. And there will be no less than 3 or 4 people that respond to that saying, where is it? So I'm just always amazed. So you can do it without being obnoxious on Facebook. So that's what I learned this week, is that how powerful Facebook is, and I hope you tune into that as well. That's all I got for this week. Talk to you soon. Thanks.